back here with game 4 of 6 here this afternoon at Glacier Ice Arena in Vernon Hills. And this is Pee Wee 12U Premier Select Playoff Hockey. It'll be the 4th seed Ice Dogs, the host Ice Dogs, taking on the 5th seed Irish Rovers. And what's at stake here, very simply, is that if the Irish Rovers lose, their season comes to an end in this double elimination Pee Wee Select Tournament. You can see the bracket right there. These two teams played back on the 20th. The Ice Dogs, a 2-1 overtime victory in that one. Last night here over on the South Rink, here on the North Rink, the Peoria Junior Mustangs defeated the Ice Dogs 8-2. So right now, the Ice Dogs and the Irish Rovers, each with 1 loss. So the loser of this game will see their season come to an end. The winner of this game will go on to take on Peoria tomorrow at 4:50. If Peoria wins that game, they'll advance to the United Center. If they lose that game, there will be another game Monday night to determine who goes to the UC on March 9th. We've had one team punch their ticket to the UC so far today. That has been the 10U Romeoville Huskies as the number 3 seed. They advanced, and we'll take a look quickly at the standings here in this 12U division. You see, we are looking at the Ice Dogs and the Irish Rovers. Ice Dogs in 4th at 7-5-6, while the Irish Rovers 8-7-3. Very, very even. Irish Rovers 57 goals for, 57 against. You don't get much more average than that. My name's Aaron Schellen, and I bring in my partner here today, Mike Napolitano. Mike, we've had 3 games so far. They've all been excellent. We got 3 more left to go.
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games were 1-goal games. We thought we may see overtime. We've seen some comebacks today. And then even this last game, despite it not being a 1-goal game, was very close up into the wire, and just, a couple extra goals towards the end really seals the deal. So I'm expecting a lot of the same between these two, especially considering the fact that you said they were very even in the standings, and looking at the stats, yeah, they are right next to each other here. A 0-goal differential for the Irish Rovers, like you said, is as even as it gets. But even in the playoff bracket, I mean, this is impressive that both teams, I mean, yes, they've lost 1 each, but they're both playing for their seasons tonight, so they're pretty much even in that sense as well.
Yeah, we saw a 9-5 game in the last matchup, but a lot of those goals scored in the waning moments to make that game look a bit more, with a bit wider gap than maybe it really was. It was a 5-5 game midway through the 3rd period. So, seen 3 good hockey games so far. We got 3 more left to go today. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois, and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, such as these Irish Rovers, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 55th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in Squirt, Pee Wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL partners with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament. The games this weekend are critical in deciding which teams will reach the NIHL Championship games held at the United Center on March 9th. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Scott Larson, the NIHL Vice President, or visit the website at nihil.info. So we're about 20-30 seconds away from puck drop here between the Irish Rovers and the Ice Dogs. If the Ice Dogs win, they will take on the Rockford Roadrunners tomorrow night.
Yeah, and did I hear you correctly? And I'm seeing it here on the sheet that the Ice Dogs won 2-1 in overtime.
Yes.
Over these Irish Rovers. So
yes,
if that game 1 went to overtime, I'm guessing we're going to see a very similar close contest here, especially when both teams' seasons are on the line.
Yeah, these teams did play each other a handful of times during the regular season, and they played twice. Ice Dogs the 5-3 victory back on January 12th, and they skated to a 3-3 tie on February 9th. So the Ice Dogs 1-0-1 in their 2 games this season against the Irish Rovers, and we had 14-minute periods in this 12U matchup. Each team with 1 loss. The loser goes home. The winner goes on to take on Peoria tomorrow afternoon. Starting goalie for the Ice Dogs, it looks like Brody Rezpecki, number 1, down to our right, and still unsure to our left. I'm going to guess Colton Craven, number 45. That's going to be my guess.
He was still kind of lingering on the ice there before he got to the board, so my guess is he's kind of just feeling out the ice. And
he was the first one out of the tunnel, too, for the Irish Rovers, so that's usually a sign.
Yeah. Well, the Irish Rovers in their green.
That's really green. That's a lot of green.
Very green, but I like them. I do. I enjoy them with the, of course, navy blue striping and the gold around the bottom. The Ice Dogs, they have navy blue as well up at the shoulders and on the numbers a little bit. On the sleeves as well, too. But also they're in their white uniforms as the home whites make a comeback here. So we're almost ready to drop the puck here, Aaron.
And it will be Colton Craven starting in net for the Irish Rovers. Down to our left, number 45. We're about ready to get started. Jackson Lukemeyer will take the draw for the Ice Dogs, and it'll be Noah Abercrombie for the Irish Rovers. We're underway. Winner plays tomorrow, loser goes home. Puck is cleared in by the Irish Rovers. Lukemeyer chips it around. Irish Rovers have it behind the net here. Abercrombie behind the goal. Skates into the far corner with it. Back behind the net. Overskated there. Irish Rovers still with the puck. It's poked away in the corner, though. Backhanded in from the near dot. That one hits the post. Down in the slot, it's whacked at, stays out. I think that was John Alcock. He's got his jersey tucked in, so I think it's 37, but it was hard to tell. And Irish Rovers now out with it. Pass up ahead looking for Blake Botchus. Doesn't connect. Now the Irish Rovers come the other direction. This is Bella. Emmett Bella puts it on goal and then goes for a change. Played here by Camden Abrams. Irish Rovers work it out to center ice. Or excuse me, the Ice Dogs work it out to center ice. Into the offensive zone, onto the stick of Brendan Bertucci. He loses it. Taken here by Evan Collins for the Irish Rovers. Irish Rovers, of course, from South Bend. We were there last year, Mike, you and I. We called 3 games from where Notre Dame plays their hockey.
I enjoyed those games. It's a beautiful facility. It's kind of weird that the benches are on opposite sides of each other. You don't typically see that in hockey, but the arena itself was nice and very accommodating for us as broadcasters.
Hard slap shot deflection out in front by Fassman goes wide. Kept in at the near point. Luca Pagano has it behind the net for the Irish Rovers. Gets cut off there by Brandon Spring. Now the green and gold try to work the puck out. Pagano flips it towards the far point. It does come out to center ice. Turned and fired right back in, though. Here's Collins with it.
It's just one rush each, but we've gotten to see each team's on offense once and on defense once, and it looks like both teams, their defensive mode is just cleared out as best as possible.
Cross ice feed. The shot by Forlenza goes wide.
As far as the offense goes, it's a lot of just trying to ring the puck around until you can find a slot towards the middle, and neither team has found it yet.
Lukemeyer centers it off a skate into the far corner. Forlenza behind the net. He flips it out in front. Can't connect with his intended target, Dunford. Now the other way, the Irish Rovers. Here's a shot deflected down. The rebound goes wide.
That was a good stick check by Dennis Panfil to kind of close off that backdoor opportunity.
The other direction with some speed is Bertucci. Excuse me, that's Panfil. Panfil walks in, takes the shot into the body of Colton Craven, who makes this first difficult save of the game. We're about 3 minutes in, no score.
That's a good shift by Panfil. He saves the goal at one end that could have been a dangerous opportunity, then takes it end to end, gets a shot on goal, and even though he doesn't score, he gets a face-off for his team, gets them set up with fresh legs in the offensive zone.
Draw will come to the left of Craven. 10:57 left in the first.
Double checking some mouth guards there on the side of the Irish Rovers, making sure everybody's safe.
The official telling the players to put their mouth guards in.
He just looked at
Damon Channel at the blue line, telling him to put that mouth guard in. is cleared out by Pagano. Giving chase is Steininger, Leo Steininger. Taken by Zarnik. Nathaniel Zarnik loses the puck, overskates it. Now the Irish Rovers come the other way. Joswiak takes the shot that goes wide. Punched up in the air over the stick of Drake Bernardini, but Bernardini will get back on it first. Bernardini now in the corner, stops in the corner, gets cut off. Puck is cleared up and out to center ice. Overskating it there is Kujawa. Now the Irish Rovers will possess. Flipped in from the blue line.
Oh God, that could
Tough
have been dangerous.
bouncing puck, yeah, absolutely. Irish Rovers here skated into center ice, work it into the offensive zone. Back pass, doesn't make it through. Luke Meyer, one-touch pass. Now Botchus down the near side, into the near corner, behind the net. Botchus runs into Irish Rover defenseman. They both go down in the corner. Now the Irish Rovers have the puck behind their own net. Stopping down there is Evan Collins. He comes out the far side where he finds Henry Latart. Now in the neutral zone. Just walking forward to the Irish Rovers. It's knocked away, and Ice Dogs now come the other direction. A lot of neutral ice play here in the early going. Neither team with a grade A opportunity as of yet. It's thrown cross ice by Avery Plaskett. There's a nice dangle there by the Ice Dogs. But the skater loses an edge. Out to center ice. That was Pagano, Luca Pagano, and now the other direction in off sides is Brendan Bertucci.
Yeah, this Ice Dogs team does a nice job. They may not have the majority of the shots on goal here in this one, but they do a nice job of moving as a unit. Every single time you see them pick up the puck, all 5 of them, their skates are pointed in the direction that they want to go, which is towards the other net. You have to move in a unit like that, but when the puck is touched by the Rovers and starting to clear out, everybody's back checking, everybody's moving back. So it's a good, strong, solid unit. So look to see them play less off the rush and more as a sophisticated group throughout this game.
Yeah, not a lot of offense between these two teams, Mike, as...
Oh, yeah, the game that they played against each other was a 2-1 win in overtime.
The Ice Dogs averaged less than 3 goals a game, 51 goals in 18 games. The Irish Rovers just over 3 goals a game at 57 in 18. So that makes that first goal that much more important, as 3 is probably the magic number. If you can get to 3 here, especially if you can get to 4, but if you can get to 3 here, you put yourself in a pretty good position, as there's an icing.
Yeah, so the Ice Dogs have scored 2 in that 2-1 overtime victory. They only scored 2 against the Peoria Junior Mustangs in that loss. So they have 4 goals in these playoffs. The Irish Rovers only have 1. So, yeah, not a whole lot of scoring, as you mentioned. And like we mentioned, the regular season stats kind of speak to that as well. But we'll see. Whoever can find the back of the net pretty off. Well, I mean, that's the obvious, but we talked about it last game. The first goal is crucial. I think it will be in this game as well. But if you could get that second goal in this game, it seems like that might be a little bit more of the clincher.
Get yourself a 2-goal lead is sort of the hope, as Aiden Sawalski plays it for the Irish Rovers down here to Hunter Heck right in front of us. Heck will dump, and the Irish Rovers will give chase. It's backhanded around by Plaskett. Now Forlenza for the Ice Dogs. Forlenza tried to hit Luke Meyer on the streak. Bella now takes it wide outside the near dot. Shot off the left shoulder of Rezpecki and wide.
I think that was going to go in the glove, but may have been just squeezing it too soon. It came in and out, hit that shoulder.
4 skaters right in front of the Ice Dogs bench. Played there by Bella. Down low, the bouncing puck, and it goes wide. The net comes off its moorings. From our angle, it looked like that was in.
Yeah, it almost did, and that's the first time we've seen the netting come off today. I mean, that must have been a hard play towards the net. You kind of saw the speed there, but, you know, There's some pretty strong moorings in there. You don't want them too strong because you do want that net to come off, so it's not too dangerous of a roadblock here if you're heading towards the net, but still takes a little bit of force to knock that thing off.
Draw to the right of Respecki. Won by the Irish Rovers. Collins. Ice Dogs chip it ahead, but it's kept in at the point by Heck. He'll dump. Played now by Camden Abrams. Abrams tries the near side. Comes out to center ice. Now the Irish Rovers. Here comes Clark. And that's
just
offsides. Yeah, on that far side. Looked like Latart down on that far wing in a little ahead of the play. A bit of a choppy start here. I mean, but again, you talk about the goal scoring for these two teams. The fact that there's been a lot of neutral zone play kind of makes sense. You didn't expect an up and down type battle between these two teams. And this official is heck bent on making sure that these boys and girls have their mouth guards in. He has stopped play 3 times already to make sure they have their mouth guards in.
You just mentioned about the back and forth. I was going to say there hasn't been a whole lot for me to analyze here, but then we get the stoppage really in depth about the mouth guards.
Mouth guard placements.
Yeah. I know a lot of these players have the ones that hang from the cages, and they tend to just leave that because, hey, I have a cage on, like nothing's going to happen to my teeth, but you don't realize if there's an impact play, you might bite down hard and
bite your tongue in half, man.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that, but you also don't want to bite and chip your own teeth, you know. So it's definitely a good safety precaution here.
Ice Dogs throw the puck forward. Clark goes cross ice, tapped ahead. Pagano, Luca Pagano stops right at the blue line, gets double teamed, loses the puck. Now Bernardini down here in front of us, just a little too far out in front of him. Now the other direction with it is Birchmeyer. Birchmeyer takes the shot, blocker down, rebound. Goes wide of the far post. Here's a shot, score! Irish Rovers break through first. Chase Feltner gets the Irish Rovers on the board.
That was a beautiful rebound opportunity from Feltner. May not have been the first, second, or third rebound attempt, but the goaltender, Respecki, was scrambling in the crease and not able to get back up, and eventually it found an Irish Rover stick that was able to put that one in. It still found its way along the ice, though. It wasn't like they went high with that shot.
No, but you get the goalie scrambling, get the goalie moving, and sometimes it doesn't matter. So, again, whichever team loses today, their season is done. So that first goal, huge. Irish Rovers break the ice. They're up 1-0. Down in the near corner now. Ice Dogs try to counterattack. There's a pass out in front. Potential 2-on-1. This is Kleeman.
Look out.
Kleeman gets the shot.
Beautiful.
Oh, pass over to Blake Botchus, and Botchus right back the other way. Pretty 2-on-1. Kleeman and Botchus, and we're tied at 1.
Well, that's how you dream it up. That's how you draw it up. But it doesn't always work that way this time. A beautiful, perfect pass through the slot, timed just perfectly, and there's really nothing Colton Craven could have done about that one. Just an excellent shot and an excellent goal. It may have been a little bit of an equipment malfunction on the goal scorer. He's kind of hanging over there for a second. I'm not sure why everybody was looking at him, but level game now.
That didn't take long. Just a few seconds after the Irish Rovers score, the Ice Dogs come back and tie it. Ice Dogs, of course, this is their home rink. They are considered the home team for this game as well, so feels like a normal regular season game for them, maybe with a little more riding on it, but you know, athletes are creatures of habit, right? And they're playing in their home rink as the home team. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it should give you a little bit of a boost. You know the boards a little bit better. You know the feel of the ice as well. But, you know, we talked about two teams that played earlier this morning, and they both had quite the drive here, Joliet and what was that other team that we were, it wasn't North.
The Midwest Blackbirds.
Oh, it was the Midwest,
Dyer,
that's
Indiana.
Who it was, yeah. And so, you know, both had a ways to go, and they found, you know, that they were both really just on the road here as a neutral site. So for this Ice Dogs team, you want to look to take that as an advantage when you can.
And the Irish Rovers obviously coming from South Bend, so whether or not they stayed here last night or went home and then came back today, who knows? But there's a giveaway. Lukemire tries to throw it forward for Bertucci, and that puck doesn't make it in. And what do we got? We're going to have a penalty called here, I think, on the Irish Rovers for a hook.
I believe so, yeah. There was a little bit of a not quite a trip, but yeah, that's the hooking call. A little bit of a hook in front of the net that took one of the Ice Dogs players down, and that caused some bodies to be sprawled all over the ice in front of the crease, so we'll get a man advantage here.
Aiden Switalski in the box here for the hook. Draw will come to the right of Colton Craven. Jackson Lukemire to take the draw for the Ice Dogs. 3:47 left in the first. Lukemire wins it back to the point. Channel with the slap shot, the deflection, and that's underneath Craven. Craven did a nice job, felt that puck, closed the legs, just laid straight down on his back, gets the whistle.
Yeah, and you saw the reaction there from Michael Kleeman, just upset that he redirected that puck, but redirected it right in between the legs of the down-and-out goaltender, Craven. So a little bit of frustration, but here they are still on the power play.
Yeah, another clean face-off win for the Ice Dogs on the power play, but this time the shot gets deflected down, and now the Irish Rovers come out. Yeah, Hanfield, I think, stepped on the puck there, Mike.
That stuck. That shot struck Evan Collins, and he was limping over to the bench. I hope he's okay.
Botchus again. That shot caught the glove and/or left shoulder of Craven as it went up over the crossbar.
I think he ate that shot in the shin pad. Still kind of hunched over along the bench over there. So we'll look to see if maybe he gets back out there in a little bit after it rubs it off. You know,
rub some dirt on it, yeah. Right? Bella gets pinched at the point.
Ooh, look out, incidental
big collision
contact.
Right at the blue line. Couple players go down. Botchus holding that head as he goes to the bench. He looks like he's all right, sitting down.
Yeah, maybe in a little bit of discomfort right now, it looks like, though, on the bench. But, you know, both players, I mean, that was incidental. It looked like they just took the same trolley tracks and met each other along the blue line. And you never want to see something like that, but hopefully everybody's okay.
46 seconds left on the power play. Irish Rovers have the puck and able to throw it out to center ice. It'll be played here by Plaskett. Avery Plaskett turns in her own zone. Throws it cross ice looking for Lukemire. That pass doesn't connect, and it allows Feltner to play it for the Irish Rovers. He'll go D to D. This is Jay Clark. Kept in by Plaskett at the point. She'll punch it towards the net. That bounces in on Colton Craven, who makes the save.
You know, this power play hasn't really gone the way the Ice Dogs, I think, envisioned it. You know, there was a little bit of a shake-up with, you know, maybe Bertucci having a little bit of an issue injury-wise when he cut across the blue line. He's back out there now. We're getting some equipment work on, that would be Colton Craven's left skate.
Left skate, left pad.
So we're going to take a pause as they tie that back up, I think.
It looks like he's ready to go.
But the power play is still on here for the Ice Dogs for another 13.
Only three skaters out there for the Ice Dogs right now as well. No, or excuse me, for the Irish Rovers.
Oh, yeah.
They now have their fourth. Kept in at the near point for the moment. Lukemire tries to stick handle. He can't. The puck is cleared out, and that will be an icing with 1 second left on the power play.
Yeah, not a lot going on for this Ice Dogs power play. I feel like the Irish Rovers have actually generated more momentum here, you know, with stopping this power play, but we'll see what goes on from here.
Lukemire will take the draw. Irish Rovers will win the puck here. Plaskett in center ice has it. Power play's up.
Oh, look out.
No penalty. Coaches for the Irish Rovers desperately wanted a call. Nothing doing, though.
That whole bench stood up immediately. They had a really good vantage point of it. I'm not sure what it was that we didn't get a call there, but we play on.
Collins hemmed in the corner. Lukemire tries to skate out of the corner with it. Now we get a punch to the back of the head, and I don't know what way we might get matching
I think they're taking
here.
that Irish Rover. Well,
I think
they
they're
might
taking
be taking
both of them,
yeah.
which they probably should.
Yeah, that was Bertucci again in the corner there.
Bertucci's going for the Ice Dogs, and I think Collins for the Irish Rovers. I think Bertucci was holding Collins' stick, and then Collins finally had enough and gave a couple of shots to the head of Bertucci, and that's when the official had enough, blew the whistle, and sent them both.
And Bertucci, the player that was holding his head earlier, so definitely not the guy you want to see have mitts in, in the back of his helmet.
Taking shots to the dome. Here's another face-off won by the Irish Rovers, pushed over to the far side. Emmett Bella. Bella, indirect cross-ice pass for Birchmeier, doesn't connect, but Birchmeier is able to tip it into the offensive zone. Botchus back there for it, the goal scorer for the Ice Dogs. He'll throw it around, but it's played by Pagano into the corner. Turns, fires, blocked down. Kept in at the far point by Bella, not able to keep it in that second time, and now the Irish Rovers will regroup with under a minute left. Up to center ice, Feltner into the offensive zone now. Puck is fought for right at the Ice Dogs' blue line. Now it's being played at center ice. Skating forward with it is Forlenza. Forlenza centers it for Fastman. Fastman takes a couple of whacks at it. Forlenza's shot deflects wide.
Oh, wow.
The rebound, and it's knocked home by
Wow.
Samuel Fastman. That is a pretty goal. That's a grind, maybe not a pretty goal, but that is a grindy goal by Samuel Fastman with 13 seconds left in the period. Gives his team a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, that initial pass was the right move. I mean, there wasn't really a shot lane there, but you're passing it to one player in the midst of 5 green sweaters, and yet somehow that puck still found the back of the net. That is a lot of hard work on behalf of the home side here, and wow, what a goal to really put a dagger into this first period at the very end.
Yeah, Ice Dogs down 1-0. Scored the last 2 goals, and we're in the waning seconds here of the period, and that's huge. 13 seconds left in the period to tie the game up, and that is how the first period will come to an end. So the Irish Rovers scored first. Ice Dogs scored the next 2. We go to the second in a 2-1 game. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. Saturday, February 22nd. That's today, right?
Yes, it
is. The Blackhawks are welcoming in the Columbus Blue Jackets at 6 p.m. Make sure you watch that game on the little TV. Keep NIHL on the big TV. And then tomorrow, they welcome in Austin Matthews and the Maple Leafs to the United Center. That game also 6 p.m. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks. In action, the Blackhawks also want to let you know that registration is now open for the Chicago Blackhawks 2025 Youth Summer Camps. Camps are being held for boys and girls ages 6 through 13, June 9th through 13th, and July 28th through August 1st at the Blackhawks practice facility, Fifth Third Arena in Chicago. Also at Fifth Third, we're proud to present our all-girls camp, Big Strides, designed for ages 12 through 18, the week of June 23rd through 27th. All camps are full day. Players will participate in 2 on-ice practices and 2 hours of off-ice activities. Full equipment and basic comprehension of skating is required. For more information and to register, please visit NHL.com/Blackhawks/amateur/hockey-camps.
There you go. You got it. Yeah, well, you mentioned that the Blackhawks are in Columbus tonight. So you're obviously not at the game, I guess, unless you're tuning in from Columbus. So stick around with us. We've got a number of games still going on here on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel and the NIHL TV network. This isn't the last game. This is game 4 of 6. So we've got 2 more periods here as we're underway in period number 2.
And we got the 14 U's coming up after these 2.
Somebody forgot to turn the music off, but we are underway.
We're going to listen to a little Nickelback and play some hockey. I'm down for that.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Just out of the reach of Forlenza, who plays it off the back of the net. Sticked away from him. Shots even at 7 in that first period. Forlenza centers it. Chipped into the air. Lukemire has it on his stick. Turns back to the point. Kept in there by Steininger. Now Dunford backhands it. He's got it in the corner.
That could have been a dangerous opportunity there for the Ice Dogs because Colton Craven was kind of in that pseudo VH pattern, and the goal was coming off as he was crouching in the crease there. We saw that goal come off its moorings in the first period. I don't think it was quite back on. He was actually correcting it while he was trying to make the save.
Emmett Bella coast to coast,
Ooh,
loses an edge, goes into the boards really hard, and we get an immediate whistle. He went down, hopped back up, but that is the right whistle.
Yeah, he went in there hard, but got up quickly and was able to get back to his feet, so that's a good sign. But yeah, we're going to have a stoppage there, and that's the right call. That you know, we don't want to ever see a player injured. He seems okay, but a little shaken up maybe. We've seen a number of those incidents on each side tonight, and we're not even 2 minutes into the second period here.
Yeah, he went in hard. He's sitting on that bench behind where the players are standing up, but he did make it over to the bench on his own, which is a good sign, and hopefully he'll be back out there in short time. Cleared in here by Kleeman now off the back of the net. That's sitting behind the net. As Bertucci tries to take it away, he can't. Indirect aerial pass, Feltner, nice knockdown, plays the puck, but good layers by the Ice Dogs defensively. Played ahead, Pagano has the puck in a good area. Pagano slides it towards the goal, and Respecki able to make the save.
A little bit of jarring after the whistles there because there was a dangerous opportunity for the Irish Rovers. They got an extra little rebound opportunity, but Respecki closed the door. And these two teams, I mean, it's been close. They don't like each other.
It's a really interesting dynamic. You look at the two goaltenders here. The Irish Rovers goaltender, Colton Craven, roughly twice the size of Brody Respecki down to our left. It's a very different strategy in goaltending for these two teams. The much bigger goalie in net for the Irish Rovers, maybe a little quicker down to our left in Respecki, but they both get it done. Neither team gave up a whole lot of goals this season. Irish Rovers, again, I talked about 57 goals for, only 57 against. So they only gave up about a little over 3 goals a game. And then on the other side, the Ice Dogs gave up 64 goals in 18 games. It's about 3.5. So goalies do a pretty good job, no matter what their size is.
Yeah, Brody Respecki, his head just comes up to the crossbar. That is where basically Colton Craven's
chest
midsection
is. Yeah, that's where his chest is. Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep, it's definitely a difference in how they do things.
But hey, you know what? This is a good opportunity to show that, you know, sometimes it doesn't matter the size of the goaltender, because look at the scoreboard. The Ice Dogs are up 2-1.
Size of the dog in the fight, size of the fight in the dog, right?
Right, and also the team around them. So kudos to this Ice Dogs team. But this Irish Rovers team has been pressuring more as of late.
Respecki makes the save there on the deflected shot from the point. The next game up will be a 14U matchup. We got a pair of 14Us coming up. Next will be the top seed Peoria Junior Mustangs taking on the 4th seed Chicago Stallions. That'll be at 5:30-ish. And then the final game of the day will be the 2-3 matchup between the North Shore Hockey Club and the host Ice Dogs. Both of those matchups, winner go home scenarios. Back to the point. Here's a shot up over the nets. Now slid up and out. Giving chase is Alcock. John Alcock will be the first one there. Kleeman on the forecheck. Played up the near boards. 3 green jerseys, not able to get it out. Steininger from the point, hit some bodies in front. Dangerous pass right through the high slot area, but Ice Dogs don't make the Irish Rovers pay. And now Leo Steininger up the near side. Played onto the stick of Abercrombie. Noah Abercrombie throws it high slot, knocked down there by Fastman. Fastman shot, and Craven is forced to make the save.
Fastman had some really high hockey IQ there to be able to glove that puck down at the blue line, get it to his stick, get into a shooting position, and just throw that at the net. Earns his team a faceoff. Sometimes it's hard for players to take that hand off the stick, and you know, it doesn't compute in the mind right away in order to say, oh, I have to catch this puck now. I can't just use my stick to tap it because it's midair. But There we go.
Panfill off the shin pad of Pagano. The outlet pass looking for Birchmeier. Birchmeier is in. He gets taken down. He takes out the goalie. Is that going to count?
You know, I'm not sure what that signal was from the referee. It almost looked like
I think they're going to count it.
Goal.
I think they were calling a penalty first, and they're going to count that goal.
Yeah.
So that's Colton Birchmeier on the feed from Luca Pagano. I think there was going to be a penalty there, Mike, but since the puck went in, counts as a goal, wipes off the penalty, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's incredible because so many bodies were crashing the net there. Now we've seen both goals knocked off their moorings and, you know, a couple of players really colliding today. So these two teams are going to battle it out, and it's a tie game. We've seen a lot of close games today, Aaron, and this one's going to be no different.
Yeah, that was good defense to offense work there by the Irish Rovers. Here's another chance. Here comes Pagano again, this time with Feltner. Pagano rips it wide. Feltner in the near corner, centers it. Pagano not able to get a stick on it. Now Pagano has it here, far dot. Pagano turns, fires wide. Irish Rovers buzzing on this shift a little bit. Far corner, Dunford able to dig the puck out to center ice, Bertucci. Bertucci to Spring back to Bertucci. Stick gets lifted by Feltner. Now it's in the corner. Feltner slowly around the near side. Back at the point, Panfill keeps it in, throws it towards the goal. Plaskett with the slap shot from the point, deflected down. And that's going to be turned and fired out, but that's going to go down on Respecki, so no icing.
Yeah, he had to play that. That could have been dangerous, but good stick positioning there.
Panfill throws it into the pads of Fassman. Hand pass, but the Ice Dogs will take it the other way. Pass up ahead for Lenza, a little out in front of Anthony. He'll play it below the red line. Behind the net now for Lenza, comes out, taps it towards the goal. It's knocked down by Bolniger. Now Lukemeier centers it, the shot. Rebound, puck in the slot. The Irish Rovers able to work it out. And that's probably going to be an icing, yep. No, they're going to wave it off. Okay. No, okay. No. They had to wait for the player to get down there. And Damon Chanel is able to get down there to draw the whistle. So 8:41 left to go in the period. 2-2.
We've seen a lot of physicality in this game.
We're going to have a penalty. We got a penalty here. We got a penalty here on the Ice Dogs.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what that is for. I didn't see a hand signal.
A hook?
Hooking. It must
told
be.
Hooking.
Yeah. I didn't, that must have been after the play, maybe behind the play.
I did not see the hook as it happened in real time, but.
Forlenza had dropped his stick over here along the near side boards, but was bending down to pick it up and was left behind in the play as it got sent all the way down on that icing, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Backhanded into the corner, played here by Kleeman. Kleeman to Panfill, back to the point. Half wall, dangle. Nice. Abercrombie loses the puck. And Kleeman with his hand able to play it out to center ice. Lukemeier on the backhand. And Clark has it taken away.
We're getting another whistle. I'm not sure if that was for offside.
That was for offsides.
Okay.
Lukemeier was still in the offensive zone.
You saw, I believe that was Kleeman moving the puck up, and it was along the boards near the benches. You just see how much snow is along those benches already. I mean, this is a 12U game, folks. I mean, they're still moving out here pretty fast.
Yep.
And it's not even halfway through this second period, and we already have a good amount of snow buildup.
Yeah, that snow will pile up, and especially in front of the benches.
Definitely changes the makeup of the surface that you're playing on, because now you have to push the puck a little bit harder around those boards. You want to probably move the puck in the middle of the ice, but you also don't want to turn things over.
Collins to Bella. Bella backhands it up through the neutral zone. Here's Abercrombie, dangles. Abercrombie walks in, shoots through a screen. Respecki didn't even move. He didn't see that puck at all. Noah Abercrombie up on the power play gives the Irish Rovers a 3-2 lead.
That was a beautiful work of art, using that screen, a little bit of a toe drag, kind of bringing that in close to the body, change the angle with your stick and fire that just in, you know, a little hole that you might not be able to see yourself as the shooter, but you know it's there because you know where the goaltender is, and They find the back of the net is a 3-2 Irish Rovers lead. Their first one of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abercrombie took that shot from the near dot, and Respecki didn't see it at all. He didn't move a muscle. Even after the puck was in the net, he was still standing there in his ready position. So the first goal scored by the Irish Rovers, next two scored by the Ice Dogs, and now the last two scored by the Irish Rovers. We're going to have a trip called here. A little bit of a submarine play there as one of the Irish Rovers got into the legs of I think that was Bertucci out in front of the nets.
Yeah, and he's going there. He knows it. That's
going to be Switalski, excuse me.
Switalski. He knew it. I mean, when you go down on the ice like that, even though you're not really able to stop yourself, you're just sliding. If you still trip somebody, that's still a trip. You're still responsible for your body. We talked about last game, your stick is an extension of your body as well. So same rules apply for a stick, but in this case, maybe just lose an edge and you take somebody else out, and you're going to have to serve 2 minutes.
So the Ice Dogs trying to get this thing even. Here's a shot from the point. Doesn't make it through, flipped up in the air and knocked out nicely. We got a big hit and no penalty called. I thought for sure we'd have something called there as Feltner was knocked down hard. He's having trouble getting to his feet.
I almost thought he lost an edge there, but Steele is still in his skates. On the other end, we did actually get a shot on net. It wasn't the hardest of shots as they were being stick checked, but.
No, I'm keeping an eye on Feltner over on the bench. He had some real difficulty getting to his feet and getting to the bench. On the other end, we get a takedown, and we're going to have a penalty called there. The Irish Rover fans are not going to be pleased as Feltner was knocked down hard at the blue line here, no call, and then down in the offensive zone, the Ice Dogs are going to get another power play, so they're going to be 2 skaters up for 1:18.
Yeah, it seemed as though every time the puck moved to another pair of opposing players, they were taking each other down to try to get the puck. And sometimes if you cancel each other out and you take each other out of the play, it's fine, it's not an issue. But in that case, the shooter was in a lane, ready to take a shot, got a little upended, and we'll get another power play.
Yeah, now a 5-on-3 for 1:18. Draw to be taken here by Jackson Lukemeyer. He wins it back to Plaskett at the point. Plaskett goes D to D. Channel takes the shot. Here's Botches behind the net. Botches centers it. It's intercepted and cleared.
That was a good idea by Botches. It just wasn't quite in the slot area where it needed to be to find Ice Dog's stick.
Plaskett up ahead, one-touch pass. Drop pass. Shot wide by Kleeman.
It was a good setup right there.
Behind the net, back to Plaskett. Plaskett D to D, Channel. Channel winds up, the bomb and the glove save by Craven.
Yeah, windmill for sure after that, because that was a heck of a save there by Craven, just flashing the leather, and that's a tough shot from right inside the dot there, and especially on a 5-on-3, holding his team in this one.
That was an impressive power play for the Ice Dogs, at least that line. Those 5 skaters out there moved the puck nicely. Shot in by Forlenzas, knocked aside by Craven. Plaskett, D to D again, Channel. This time the wrist shot tries to throw it through a screen. Plaskett back on her forehand, back to Channel. Channel again, the bomb, this one wide. Plaskett again, gets hounded. Puck pounces up in the air, 14 seconds left on the 2-skater advantage. This one is cleared down for an icing. Plaskett and Damon Channel and Avery Plaskett working really well back on that blue line together, Mike.
Yeah, there's been a lot of passes from Plaskett over to Channel, who has plenty of open space and open ice to take the bomb. The Irish Rovers, despite being 2 men down, finally realized that, and the 3rd time I think it came to Plaskett, they were able to read the pass and intercept it and just barely clear it out, but still an icing.
6 seconds left on the 2-man advantage. Panful at the point. Panful now to Channel. Channel again, the slap shot, the deflection, the rebound, the score. Michael Kleeman, right place, right time, and we're tied at 3.
And they didn't take a timeout. They didn't get really much of a whistle, but that would be how you draw it up. And how you want to move the puck on a power play, especially a two-man advantage. Now, the first penalty had expired, and the Irish Rovers elected to not take their man that was in the box and immediately put him out on the ice. They had him change on the bench. That extra couple of seconds could have been the difference there. I don't think it would have mattered entirely because the goaltender was down and out. That finds the back door, and it's in the net for an even tied-up game.
But again, it all started with a clean face-off win and then that D-to-D passing. This time it was Dennis Panfil over to Damon Channel. Channel again with the hard shot. This one deflected, found the stick of Kleeman. Kleeman had a wide open net. He finishes, and we're tied at 3.
I talked about earlier watching this Ice Dogs team move as a unit. They're probably, of all the teams we've seen today, probably the best at moving the puck as a unit, especially on that power play. They set up in the zone. They don't play off the rush as much. They like to, control and possess more than anything.
Good to see Chase Feltner back out there after he took a spill a few minutes ago. Going hard into the boards is Brendan Bertucci. Now in that far corner, centers it. Kept in at the point. The shot from the point will go wide off the stick of Abrams. In the near corner now, back to the point, Panfil. Panfil will fire it back in. Bertucci now behind the net. Forward to Spring. Spring tries to throw it off the goalie. That puck is still loose right by that far post. Bertucci now back to the point. Abrams takes the shot through a screen. Knocked into the corner. Bertucci now strong on the puck. Bertucci backhands it into the paint. And Craven covers up with the big mitt.
That was a very good box out by Bertucci, but I wanted to go back to Nathaniel Zarnik. I mean, he dove to poke the puck towards the blue line. Typically, you'd be seeing an Ice Dogs player trying to get the puck the other way, but he had faith in his defensemen that they would keep it in at the blue line so long as he got it away from the Irish Rovers in the top of the slot there, and they kept the puck in. They win another faceoff.
Zarnik wins the draw here. Hard shot, knocked down off the stick of Bernardini. Puck caught up in the snow right in front of the Ice Dogs bench. Got 5 skaters over there digging at the puck. 2 in green, 3 in white, and got a grab of the head there by one of the Ice Dogs. Officials let it go, but I think that was Avery Plaskett grabbing the head of Hunter Heck. No call there.
I believe there was even an Ice Dog stick from the bench that came over the bench. I'm not sure if that's totally legal.
I don't believe it is.
You're seeing him reach for it now.
Here's Plaskett now. Avery Plaskett across the blue line. It's poke check in the corner. Back to Daxton Beam. Beam shot. The rebound comes out. Drake Bernardini was on the back doorstep but not able to punch it home. Here's Bernardini stick handling into traffic, and it's always funny how the sticks and the skates get tangled and legs get tangled, but the puck just finds a home right to the goalie.
Yeah, that was Sarnik's stick along the boards. He was on the bench, and somehow or another, his stick went over the boards and into that scrum.
I don't know how that would have happened.
Yeah, interesting.
I love hockey.
Yeah.
Here's Channel from the point, deflected off a skate and out of play. Race for the puck here. And that shot is deflected up and in. Trying to get a number here, and I mean, whoever it is, the Irish Rovers take a 4-3 lead, and I gotta tell you, Mike, that's a play Brody Respecki probably should have played that puck.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't come out a little bit more and cut that off, but the initial shooter got stick checked off the puck, and then it just sat there. I'm still looking for a number. You know, these Irish Rovers jerseys kind of come up across the pants, so it's hard to see a number. We've got the goal scorer coming close to
right
us
in
right
front
now.
of us here.
That is
Latard. Henry
okay,
Latard. Yeah, I mean, there was a race for the puck. 4 skaters going for the puck, and Brody Respecki stayed back. And Mike, that's a play that he really should have just come up and tried to knock it away from up front, as that one is iced and gives up his 4th goal. And talked about 2 teams that didn't score a lot of goals. Well, it's 4-3 here in the second.
Yeah, more than they've had against each other, more than they've had this playoffs. And both teams understand that their season's on the line, so you got to find it from somewhere. It's got to come from all lines at this point.
Yep.
And
Ice
if
Dogs.
you don't have the depth, you're not moving on.
Ice Dogs, the 4 seed. They won 2-1 in overtime a couple of days ago, and then yesterday the Ice Dogs lost 8-2. Now, remember, that means the Ice Dogs are playing their 3rd game in 3 days.
Yeah,
The Irish Rovers did get a day off yesterday with their loss, so maybe a little bit more rested here. We'll see if that plays a role in the 3rd period. Blake Botchus down low. Botchus now on the backhand as Luke Meyer out front.
Good pass.
Kleeman shot, deflected down. Kept in for the moment, now skated out by Kujawa. Ralph Kujawa's shot deflects wide. He knocks down Panfil as well after he takes the shot. Kept in over there by Abercrombie. Abercrombie has a goal today. Luke Meyer takes it, backhands it into the near corner. Here's a shot and a score. Wow! Ralph Kujawa, the one-timer, top shelf. Irish Rovers take a 2-goal lead.
That all stemmed from a failed clear on the Ice Dogs' part. Unfortunately, 2 Ice Dogs collide, and it's in their skates. And next thing you know, that their next best opportunity was to really go up the near side boards, and instead they elect to ring the puck around. That puck squirts out from the corner onto the stick, and it's in the back of the net.
I love those slap shots where the player goes down to one knee like that. You
put
everything behind it you possibly can. Ralph Kujawa did just that, and he went top corner to give his team a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, the Irish Rovers didn't look like the better of the 2 teams maybe about 10 minutes ago. It looked like it was all Ice Dogs, especially during that 5-on-3 advantage. But tides have kind of changed here a little bit as the Irish Rovers have kind of found their legs underneath them.
Nice move by Park to get some space. He'll stop, winding up for the slap shot. Park turns and cycles it in. Cleared up and out. Pagano skates into the offensive zone. Drop pass there for Joswiak. Joswiak pushes it towards the goal. It's covered up by Respecki.
That puck almost found its way, shot directly into the Rovers bench. I believe it hit right before that blue partition at the end of the glass and somehow still found its way out of the zone. But the Rovers were right back in, and they've won themselves another face-off. Earned themselves another face-off, and we'll see if they can win it here and continue their attack.
Minute 19 left in the 2nd period. 5-3. Irish Rovers with the lead. Spring able to dig it out. Now Luke Meyer across the blue line, tries to go 1-on-3, gets cut off by Jay Clark nicely. And now Joswiak. Turned and dumped in here by the Irish Rovers as we're under a minute left in the 2nd. Steininger. Collins keeps it in on the near half wall. Ice Dogs really, I think, just trying to survive the rest of this 2nd period here, Mike, and regroup in between periods 2 and 3.
Yeah, they've struggled to get this puck out of their zone, so they're just kind of playing a contained type defense. Just keep this puck along the boards. If they're not going to be able to get this out, might as well go into the next period down 2, not 3.
There's a couple of shots on Respecki, and Brody covers up with 19.9 seconds left.
Get a line change for both teams here as they're talking to their players on the benches.
What do we got?
Not sure what that was. All of a sudden, the crowd kind of got excited about something.
The Irish Rovers families are yelling about something.
I didn't see what
Not
even
sure
happened.
What happened. There might have been a collision as players were coming in and out.
Yeah.
Pushed ahead, kept in though with 13 on the clock. That pops up into the air, knocked down. Into the offensive zone, Laytart. Laytart with 5. In the shot saved by Respecki with just 3 seconds left, and that is how period 2 will come to an end. So a good end of that period for the Irish Rovers. They'll go to the 3rd with a 2-goal lead. NIHL's Best Flow has its winners. Each season, this is a fun celebration of the best hockey hair in the league. There's always great enthusiasm for this annual event among players and the fans who vote for their favorite flow. The players who represented their team and won the contest this year were for the Squirts, Chicago Hawks A5. For For the Pee-wees, Chicago Hawks A3. Bantam, Chicago Blues A2. And for college junior prep, the Rockford Roadrunners 18U. They all won prizes for their team and for themselves. Prizes this season were sponsored by Jerry's Hockey, the Northern Illinois Hockey League, Tricoci University, and Culver's. Thank you, players and team managers, for another excellent year of NIHL's best flow. The NIHL regular season standings determine the qualifiers, and now we are in the NIHL 2025 Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of NIHL Blackhawks tournament games. We'll live stream these other Premier Select games later today. A couple of Bantam games, first at 5:30, followed by the final of our six-pack of NIHL hockey games today at 7 p.m. Tune in right here on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. Reed's done. Third period about to get underway.
Yeah, a 5-3 game, Aaron. I'm pretty sure going into the third period, every game that we have seen thus far has been either tied or a one-goal game. This is a two-goal game. I'm interested to see. We've seen a lot of pressure from the Ice Dogs. Maybe they get back to that, or do the Irish Rovers build upon their momentum and build upon this lead?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this in the last game. You know, when you have a one-goal game going into the third, that next goal is critical. It's even more critical here if the Ice Dogs can get that next goal, put a little pressure on the Irish Rovers, and go down by just one. You know, you got plenty of time. But on the other side, if you're the Irish Rovers, if you can take a 3-goal lead here in the third, given the offensive struggles that these two teams have had this season, you feel pretty okay with that.
That could have spelled danger. Hunter Swanson, I think it was, or it was Avery Plaskett, shot that puck back towards their own net. Luckily it went behind, but just trying to clear it from the slot, that could have been on net.
Nice save there by Rezpecki. Now is Blake Botchis. Botchis with a nice move. Squirts over to the far side where Hunter Swanson gives it away. Coming back the other way, Abercrombie. Abercrombie takes the shot, blockered down by Rezpecki. Back at the point, Clark. Abercrombie the backhand. Deflected wide. Plaskett behind the net now. Avery stops, cuts back out, throws it over by the far half wall. Botchis open down here in front of us. They're able to complete the pass. Botchis with Clark guarding him. And Botchis gets knocked down after he takes the shot. Evan Collins knocks him over. You're not supposed to check at the 12U level, but this has been a pretty physical game for a game that isn't supposed to allow checking.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we didn't get a call there. There was a little bit of shoving and pushing between the two players after they went down, but we play on here.
Bertucci one-touch pass to Forlenza. Forlenza. Now playing it back here is Camden Abrams. Abrams around to Panfil. Panfil pushes it up. The Ice Dogs skated into the neutral zone. Bertucci now across the blue line. Bertucci spins around. It's caught up by the blue line. Now dumps it in a little bit deeper. Samuel Fassman centers it. And that puck will sit on the blue line, kept in there by Bertucci. He'll dump it and chase. Go through the forecheck. Nice job clearing the puck by the Irish Rovers right there. Brandon Spring had to wait for Bertucci to clear. He didn't, so that'll be an offsides.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit more of a push here from the Ice Dogs, as I was kind of alluding to at the start of the period. They've given up a couple of chances on their end as well, but Rezpecki has stood tall. The Ice Dogs are still struggling, though, to get pucks out of the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. There's not really a solid passing structure, and they haven't been able to dump stuff too deep just yet.
Ice Dogs able to work it into the offensive zone here, but again, kept to the outside. Irish Rovers have done a nice job so far here in the third, not giving the Ice Dogs anything in tight. That one clears and comes out to center ice. This is Connor Dunford now. Gets caught up in his skates. Dunford another opportunity. He'll backhand it in. Played here by Feltner. Feltner one of 5 different goal scorers for the Irish Rovers here today. Nathan Bolnager plays it deep, and he goes after the puck in the corner. 2 green jerseys, now 3 white jerseys down in that corner. The white jerseys dig it out. And Channel backhands it forward to Spring. Spring across the blue line, yeah. Spring top of the dot, nice move, tries to skate through. Spring can't pull the trigger.
Spring did a really nice job there. Threw 3 green sweaters, a little bit of a toe drag, and the pass to him was in the air and was coming down right at his stick. Really nice soft hands to be able to corral that one immediately.
It'll be an offsides with 10-12 left in the period. Still a 2-goal lead for the Irish Rovers. If they win today, they will take on Peoria tomorrow, and they'll have to beat Peoria twice, which is not going to be easy considering the Junior Mustangs 15-1-2 with an absurd 125-31 goals differential this season.
Goodness.
So whichever team wins this game will have their will have it cut out for them here over the next two games if they want to advance.
I usually see the 94 in the goals for column.
Yeah, not
That's
the goal
in the
difference.
goal differential column.
Yep, their goal differential was more than any other team had goals this season.
Yeah.
That shows you how dominating that Peoria Junior Mustangs team was. And they were losing yesterday in the 3rd period, so they had to come from behind to win a game. They won late 4-3, but they were trailing in yesterday's game before coming back to win.
There was a couple players colliding towards the end boards. Could have been a dangerous incident right there.
Here's Zarnik. Knocked away, gets it back. Zarnik pushes it over to the far side for Lukemire, Jackson Lukemire. Nowhere really to go with it, but is able to continue to skate forward with it. Has it down deep. Cuts back onto the forehand.
That puck protection right there is really important because it allowed the Ice Dogs to at least keep the zone momentarily, buy some time, and maybe you get an offensive opportunity out of it.
Shot up over the crossbar. In the near corner now. Ice Dogs up and out to center ice. Botchus with some speed. It's fought off there nicely though by Clark. Botchus behind the net. Back to the point. Down low again. Taken there though by the Irish Rovers. Stolen away by Kleeman. Now Clark again. Clark will wait. Ice Dogs give him time. He takes it, but that stays in the zone. Ooh.
I don't know about that.
That looked like that stayed in the zone, but the official's going to say it came out.
Regardless, I could have sworn that the Ice Dogs tagged up there. That was number 23, Michael Kleeman, and I'm pretty sure his skates came out of the zone there just momentarily. It was a close call, but referee discretion. We'll get a face-off here.
So we've had 8 goals today by 8 different goal scorers in this game. 5 different goal scorers for the Irish Rovers, 3 different goal scorers for the Ice Dogs. Bertucci has it on the backhand, spins, leaves it for Abrams. Abrams to Fassman. Fassman now Bertucci. Bertucci tries to hook the pass while he's falling down. Back to the point, Abrams. Abrams winds up the slap shot, hits the shin pads of Feltner. The second attempt doesn't make it through. Kept in at the point by Panfil. Panfil's shot into Feltner again, and now out to Abercrombie.
The Ice Dogs have changed their offensive style from more of a Harlem Globetrotters pass it around, be comfortable because they had the lead, to more of a high to low offense. You're seeing a lot of shots from the point. Most aren't getting through, but the ones that are going through, there's not a whole lot of response down low for this Ice Dogs team, and then it's right out of the zone as the Irish Rovers pick it back up.
Laytart able to play the puck at the blue line, plays it to the other blue line. Now it's given away here by the Ice Dogs. Irish Rovers try to walk forward with it. They can't. Now Panfil the other direction. Panfil across the blue line with 7. Panfil winds up. That shot's knocked down. Centering feed. Good defense by the Irish Rovers. They just flip it out to center ice. That'll be offsides.
Yeah, that one just died in the snow that we talked about right in front of the benches, and then the Ice Dogs try to flip that back in. It actually hits their teammate that was checking or tagging up. So definitely an offsides there. It'll come in front of their blue line.
This has been an impressive 7 minutes of defense here by the Irish Rovers in this third period, Mike. They've really smothered the Ice Dogs to this point, not giving them really anything at all.
Yeah, there was an opportunity in the neutral zone a little while ago that I forget who the players involved were, but it took 3 Ice Dog sticks in order to peel the puck off of 1 Irish Rover stick. And they were hacking away at it too.
Puck is knocked out to the neutral zone. Now with some speed is Anthony Forlenza. Forlenza takes it wide, cuts back in on the backhand. The rebound, the backhand, Connor Dunford gets the Ice Dogs within a goal. Well, just as we were talking about the great defense by the Irish Rovers, but that was really a great rush by Anthony Forlenza, and Connor Dunford did what you're supposed to do. You drive the net, you get the rebound, and you don't miss.
Yeah, that looked a lot like one of their other previous goals. And just, you know, that rebound that you talk about, just being able to shovel that home and get kind of that garbage goal that'll just go in, maybe off the goaltender as well. But the more impressive thing, Aaron, 9 different goals in this game, 9 different goal scorers,
yeah. It's the Oprah Winfrey show. You get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal. Been another fun one. So 6 minutes left, a 1-goal game. This one's cleared out. That will elude Damon Channel. He'll have to go play it in his own zone. He has it down low, throws it around for Avery Plaskett in the near corner.
Does everybody in the audience get a goal too?
Yes, everybody gets one.
At that point, a lot of these parents are going to have to play shoot the puck.
Jackson Lukemeyer feeds it to Kleeman.
Ooh.
Pass looking back for Lukemeyer, not connected. Now it's slid over to the far corner. Kept in at the point by Channel. Channel that with a puck on edge, it deflects in on Craven. That puck was sitting up on its edge, and the slap shot from Channel, and then it was just a bouncing puck. Nice job by Craven to follow it.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those changeups spell disaster for these goaltenders today. Not necessarily so much in this game, but even in some previous games, and you never know, a fortuitous bounce for the Ice Dogs could, you know, possibly find its way into being the tying goal.
That one's patted away by Craven. 5.5 minutes now. Getting knocked down there is Swanson. He gets back up.
He grabbed that with his hand and then got knocked down, and then his teammate picked it up. We could have either gotten a little bit of a roughing call there or a hand pass, but we get neither when we play on. I think it all evened out in the wash.
I tried to play that pop fly and got knocked down for his trouble. Panfill now, Bertucci. Bertucci stick handles.
Nice pass.
Fossman. Shot, glove save on Daxton Beam by Colton Craven.
Bertucci got a little extra shove from goaltender Colton Craven there after he found his way in the crease after that whistle had already gone. But yeah, just trying to shovel these pucks in if you're the Ice Dogs and throw things at the net. Good things will happen, right? But you know, you want to have a little bit more of that sustained unit offense that they had before.
Puck just sitting on the face-off dot. Nobody seems to want it. The Irish Rovers will take it. Into the attacking zone. Kujawa, who had that bomb of a slap shot back in the second period.
Specky flashes the leather. That may have been going wide, but you don't want to chance anything. Make sure that that puck stays where it's at. Face-off will come to his left.
Yeah, Respecki makes the glove save. He's looked okay today. He's made some tough saves, made some good saves. Had that one opportunity where he probably should have come out and played the puck on that breakaway goal, but otherwise he's played pretty well. Behind the net here is Steininger. Cleared up and out. Park loses it. Spring and Dunford now. Spring top of the far dot, tries to stick handle through traffic and can't. Puck is pushed forward by Bolniger, Nathan Bolniger, and Bolniger flips the shot high and wide, and he'll go after it in the near corner now with 4 minutes left. Over to the far side, nobody there but Leo Steininger. That will come out to center ice. Puck dies in the snow, lets the Ice Dogs jump on it. Good stick work by Luca Pagano. Pagano fires the wrist shot. And front toe, Pagano behind the net now, spins back on the backhand. Pagano, a big kid, using that size advantage here. It's pushed away from him, though, by Panfil. Up ahead, Botchus. Botchus tries to split the double team and can't. This is Collins, Evan Collins. Pitchforks it up and out. As we approach 3 minutes, Panfil skates through the neutral zone across the blue line. Panfil takes it wide now. Centers it, but nobody on the other end.
Yeah, good idea to center that puck, but no friends in the neighborhood in order to pick that one up.
Fossman did a nice job keeping the puck in the zone. Does a nice job again. Irish Rovers having some difficulty getting the puck out of their zone right here. Plaskett keeps it in at the point. They'll try the far side, and they do work it out here. Bertucci will spin at center ice. Bertucci stick handles into the offensive zone. Bertucci takes it wide, top of the dot, and just too many layers for the Irish Rovers there, cutting off Brendan Bertucci. Now Fossman tries to drive the net. Fossman scores!
Wow!
Samuel Fossman dug it out of some traffic, and he picks up his second goal of the game, and we're square at 5.
Once again, a scrum along the boards. It looked like to a side. I will say it looked like the Irish Rovers were more focused with putting the physicality on the Ice Dogs than actually focusing on where the puck was. That puck comes out. They're not able to stick check in time, and that finds its way on the far side.
2 minutes, 21 seconds left. These two teams played an overtime game 2 days ago, and we are right there again. 2 minutes and change left, a 5-5 game.
Is that that's a second goal?
Yeah, second goal, first
second
player.
Goal for
both goals by Fassman have been kind of that grindy, just in the net, throwing the stick at the puck.
They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yes, sir.
Glove down there.
Puck is deflected into the corner. We got a goalie change. Jack Brueggemann is in goal right now.
That is an odd time to do a goaltending change. But, I mean, okay.
Yeah, Brueggemann's in here, and he is able to make the stick save in the corner with it, Damon Channel. Slap shot from the point, Avery Plaskett indirect.
I could see wanting some fresh legs in net because after a long game like this, Brody Respecki might be a little bit worn out, but you know, you also want to show that you have some confidence in your goaltender, your starting goaltender. I'm not sure about that. Just kind of an odd time to make a goalie transition, especially in a deadlocked game that could be going to overtime. You don't want a cold goaltender in there, so you want to hope that Jack Brueggemann is ready to go.
Played around by Feltner back to the far point. Again, that snow. You can see there's a pile of snow right in front of the Irish Rovers bench. Dangerous cross ice pass, but that's knocked out by Park. Race for the puck in front of us. It'll be Swanson on it. Plays it up the near wall. Botchus, nice backhand feed there for Kleeman. Kleeman winds up. The shot goes high and wide.
I think that may have hit the defender.
Yeah, I think that deflected off something, went high and wide. In the corner, 40 seconds. Back to the point, hops over the stick of Panfil. And back to give chase is Damon Channel. Channel finds Botchus. Botchus pocket picked. Park. Laytart loses the puck. Now Park should be an offsides, and they do finally blow the whistle with 19 seconds left. Well, we've been this close to overtime, I'd say 3 of our 4 games here today, Mike. I think we might actually be getting one here.
Yeah, well, there is going to be a face-off right in front of us here. It's not in the offensive zone. 19.4 to go. Shots on goal 24-23 in favor of the Irish Rovers. This is as close of a game as you can get. And what did we say in the pregame? We said these two teams are as close as you could possibly get.
Well, they both finished with 19 points in 18 games this season. So from a standings perspective, they were tied. So to see a couple of close games here in the postseason, not a surprise. But They went to overtime in the first game, in a game that was won by the Ice Dogs. The Ice Dogs then played yesterday, lost to Peoria 8-2. They come back, they play again today. They're trailing 5-3. I mentioned in the second period, maybe they were a little bit fatigued given this was their third game in 3 days. Well, they've had the better of the play here in the third period, so you can forget about that theory.
Yeah, and I mean, fatigue or not, they fought back and tied this game. So whether they're tired, they're going to feel it later maybe, but they're fighting as hard as they can to stay in this one.
They win today, they got to play again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So four games in 4 games.
And you know what? If they win tomorrow,
they play again Monday.
They play again Monday.
That's
so
right.
That would be 5 games in 5 days for this Ice Dogs team.
That's all right. They're young. They recover quickly.
Yeah.
Not like me. I'm already feeling this. I'm going to be down for like 4 days after today.
I would need like 8 ice baths.
Yeah, I'm going to need to take every aspirin in my house when I get home, I think. And I've just been standing up here watching these. Panfield tries to clear it in. The puck dies on the red line. Cross ice feed. Good look to Batchis. Batchis across the blue line. Batchis has his pocket picked on the sliding poke check, and that will send us to overtime.
We finally get overtime here.
Or the fourth period, if you're looking at our score bug. We don't have an overtime, so it will just say fourth.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, we've had a couple of close calls earlier today. I thought for sure one of those games or more would have gone to overtime. But here we are finally getting one in a game that matters the same for both teams. Either team, they lose, and their season's over. This is as sudden death of an overtime as you can get, basically. Other than it being maybe in a championship. We're not quite there yet. We're not at the United Center on March 9th.
Well, I mean,
one of these teams still has a shot after the next goal goes in.
The winner doesn't win it all, but the loser goes home. So it is a win or go home scenario.
Right.
For both teams here. We got about 1:15, so we're going to step aside for about 30 seconds, let Mike and I catch our breaths. We'll be back. Get ready for overtime, Irish Rovers and the Ice Dogs. Overtime ready to get started. 5-on-5, 14 minutes. Sudden death. Winner takes on Peoria tomorrow. Loser sees their season come to an end. And we got an icing a few seconds in. It's been a whale of a day so far, Mike. We've had 4 very fun games. Even our last one that ended in a 9-5 score, it was 5-5 in the third, but 4 late period goals made the score look a lot worse than it was. Other than that, we've had 1 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal.
In fact, it was 5-4. The eventual losing team was leading.
Yes.
And so basically 5 unanswered goals. No, can I do math?
No, well, hold on. Here comes Kleeman. Kleeman breaks out. Kleeman takes it wide. The shot and into the body through a screen. Colton Craven tracking that puck. Nicely done, Michael Kleeman, using the Irish Rovers defender as a screen there.
Yes, 5 unanswered goals. I can do math, but back to this
it's
game.
on one hand, right? All in one hand?
Yeah, I have enough fingers to count to that. But, I mean, you talk about this being a whale of a day. That must be what these players are feeling on their backs, or at least a piano, because this is a long, grueling game. We're in overtime, and, you know, the pressure must be mounting here.
Overtime playoff hockey at any level. This is what it's all about. Plaskett's shot from the point.
Look out, rebound.
Lukemire, the rebound.
It's
the
loose,
puck is sitting right there. It's knocked home by Anthony Forlenza. And the Ice Dogs will move on to play the Peoria Mustangs tomorrow. Anthony Forlenza, that puck was sitting right on the doorstep. Forlenza knocks it home. The Ice Dogs win 6-5.
I don't know if the Irish Rovers were a little upset that the goaltender got knocked out there, but nothing seemed like it was goaltender interference there. It all seemed as though that was status quo and that puck was still loose the entire time. Right call by the officials, and we've got game, set, match here today.
Yeah, so tomorrow we will have a rematch, or we'll have take a look at the brackets here one more time as you see what's going on here. So tomorrow we will see the Ice Dogs against Peoria. Ice Dogs have to beat Peoria tomorrow and then again on Monday. If they're able to do that, they'll go to the United Center on the 9th. Peoria just has to win tomorrow in order to punch their tickets. We've played 4 games today. We still only have one playoff series determined. Only one team is set to go to the United Center so far. That is the Romeoville Huskies. So
We're
that's
not getting a lot accomplished today.
No, we're really not.
Nothing
we're really
is
not.
settled
Nothing
after
has been
Saturday.
settled after Saturday. So that's going to do it here for game 4 of 6 from the Glacier Ice Arena. Mike and I are going to step aside. We'll be back in a little bit with the 14Us. Thanks for watching.